If someone was to tell you that news, you would be taken aback. And like sometimes you just need time to step away and then like think about it.
He's too smart to not know better. Whatever he's doing now has affected previous relationship. His past doesn't define who you are.
That's right.
Because those are issues that he needs to work on.
Yeah.
He cannot let.
Listen, guys, welcome to Little Blackburn 91. We're talking to you guys about Love is Blind. Let me just be very frank. Either Lydia is a prophet or there's something deeper that we're not really seeing here. Either Lydia is a prophet or something deeper is not being seen, because literally in the next few minutes of this particular episode, Uche comes out and says, it's actually my fault. It's something deeper within me. Daga, 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 daga. And I was like, wait, unless this is shot out of sequence and, the editing out of sequence, and, maybe Aliyah has let her know about him saying it's his particular issues, is Lydia a prophet? And I'm saying that because the first episode too, she was saying it's his problem too. And I was like, hold on a minute. Is there something deeper that we're not quite seeing? You know what I mean? Maybe Lydia can see things. You get me? Or is there something else going on? Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button. We're going to talk a little bit more about Lydia seeing and being a prophet on this particular season. And if you haven't done so, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100K subscribers, and you guys have done so well in the last few weeks. We appreciate you guys. Keep up the great work. Keep pushing us. We appreciate that honesty as well. And don't forget, you can join our membership. It's £1, it's $1. And also you can join our Patreon if you love talking about TV shows as well. Your favorite TV shows, people are talking about it in Discord. Go and join them. All right, let's get this conversation. For those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals, baby. I would sing, but my throat is doing school. Into this video, talking about obviously Lydia, Aliyah, and Uche situation. It's been a weird triangle because the way that Lydia has inserted herself into conversations about Aliyah and Uche has been quite interesting. She always seems to have an inside knowledge of Uche and what he's thinking. And that for me is a little bit concerning. It's like, are you projecting right now? I put it in my first episode. Is she projecting right now because she's had maybe someone similar like to Uche, or maybe she's speaking to Uche at the same time, and maybe that's what she's picked up. I don't know, but it just seems like she always seems to have an inside scoop. You get me? Because we're gonna watch a little bit more of the clip. We'll talk a bit more as well. Let's go.
He cannot get arrogant. He cannot get cocky. He cannot be superior for you. He knows better. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
He has his own business. He has his own career.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight. I know it's hard, but just be like at peace that you get it.
How does she know? The way she describing it, it's almost as if when you're a brother-in-law, sister-in-law, or he's your cousin or whatever, and you're giving advice to the girl that he's dating. That's how it sounds like. It's like she has inside traders knowledge to this particular trade. And I'm like, how does she know that? Like, you know what I mean? It's weird the way she talks about it now. Maybe that Aliyah has let her know some stuff, and this is edited in a wrong sequence. So although we're seeing it before the conversation that he has with her, this actual conversation maybe happened after, and they've brought it forward. That is a very high likelihood of what's happening here, rather than Lydia being this prophet who is calling shots and getting things absolutely right. But is there a case to make for what she's saying? Yes. In some regard, I get what she's saying in terms of he's a smart individual, has a business, he's not superior to you. And what he did in the first episode did come off a little bit superior, because I said that in the first episode when he compared his cheating aspect to hers. He compared it in a way like yours was really bad compared to mine, right? And that is painful because it destroys any safe space that you've created for the person to share their heart and their thoughts. And so I said, when you do that, you put yourself on a pedestal. I wasn't agreeing with that particular behavior. I mean, I think he was right for calling her out, because I don't think Aliyah's actually really sat down and deeped her madness and been accountable for it. But he too also then, by doing that out in himself, because we realized the way you're addressing the situation now shows me that you believe you have a superior moral compass at this point in time. So Lydia has absolutely a point when it comes to that particular aspect as well, right? I think I want to go fast forward into this place, and let's see what Lydia was talking about in terms of her prophecy. Let's play a little bit here.
It's more my issue than your issue. I care about you, and I think that feeling kind of scares me.
Me too.
I think because that, scares me, that's why I'm, like reacting like that. Like I'm like, trying to look for something.
Now, I think the key thing here is that he mentioned again that, this was his issue. Prophet came true. And, it scares him because he cares about her. And the reason why it scares him is because you don't have control. Now, the reason why I believe that he's scared, and I'll probably do another video about this, is that I've spoken about this before. For a man who has difficulty expressing and living in the emotional state in any capacity, the fear is having somebody that you love so much that they can pull your emotions left and right. That is a removal of the control that you have placed in front of in terms of your life in order to be an achiever, a goal, a breadwinner, a goal setter. You've controlled your emotions to a point, and not in a good way either, but controlled it in a base usually around trauma, stress, not being able to express, not being able to say how you truly feel. You've learned how to control your emotions as a power. But when you meet somebody who then begins to shift you and influence you and begins to move you left and right, and you don't seem to have control over your emotions, it's scary. And then she put him in a place where he was vulnerable, that he liked her enough that when she began to talk about the cheating aspect, he started to see the perfect film and tape that he had in his head of Aliyah begin to scrunch up. And that perfect idea of a woman who won't hurt him, who won't ever do something wrong, was scrunched up and thrown in a bin. We know that because when you watch earlier on, when he starts talking about their relationship, he speaks on the fact that talking about, did I say this to you? I mean, it's funny when he did it. He actually got caught in a lie. He basically said, I wouldn't say lie, but convenient amnesia, I like to call it, right? Where he had earlier on in the first episode said to her, how do you know you wouldn't do the same thing to me? Right? And in this episode, he said, I didn't say that. And then she was like, yes, you did. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I apologize for that. Like, the fact that he forgot that tells me that he was in a deep emotional state in that point because he couldn't remember. Right? Now, not only that, but for Uche in the situation with Aliyah, when Aliyah told him that, it destroyed, like I said, the perfect image. And what that is that when you've been hurt before, you're looking for that perfect person that will never do you any damage, right? That will never do you any damage, because that's a safe bet. If you believe that person's not capable of hurting you, then guess what? You want to choose them because it feels safe. The reality is everybody hurts you. Now, of course, you want to choose a better one. You don't want to choose a worst person, but everybody's going to hurt you. And that's the fallacy. So you try to choose the one as a fallacy, that this perfect person. And as soon as she told him about the cheating, he realized, oh, she's not this soft, innocent person anymore. No, she can actually hurt me. That's what causes the fear, right? That's what causes the fear. We'll play a little bit longer and then we're going to go.
Wrong when there's nothing wrong. What I should have seen from you is that you telling me that was more of a positive thing, that you were still willing to open yourself up and tell me that.
I mean, to be fair, you was actually right about the questioning, because she was actually off point. She had not reckoned with the truth. So even though she told you, she had not reckoned with her actual truth in terms of what she had done in that cheating thing. So part of it, what you done was correct. It's the tone. It's the tone that you used. And that tone, when you're trying to date somebody, can't be used. If you're just friends, then you can use that tone, because what you're trying to do is make the person see something. You've got an established relationship already, but as a romantic relationship and you're just beginning, that tone was off. Yeah, the tone was off. So let's leave it there. Prophet Lydia was correct. Okay, she got it right about Uche. That Aliyah doesn't know. And so yeah, we look forward to some of these more episodes. Crazy. I'll break down some more couples for you. Let me know what couples you want me to break down in the comment section. Do you agree? Is Lydia a prophet or not? Let me know. Like, share.